Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am cash stuffing $1,254. Since May is a magic month for me, I was able to stuff a lot more than normal, so I'm excited to do that. I'll be able to stuff a lot of my envelopes. So let's get started with my wallet. I'm not going to count the cash. I did already count it, but I decided not to count it this time. So in my wallet, first, I'm going to see if I have any rollover. I have 5, and then I have some in here, and then I'm just going to take out my receipts and scan that into Fetch. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so $10. I'm going to roll over the ones. I guess I'll put it into groceries. And then the 5 I will put into my 2025 challenge. All right, so let's go back into here. First, for eating out, I did $20. And then for my buffer, I'll just put that into spending. I did 10. And that is it for my wallet. Oh, I always forget to take the coins out. Let me do that. And I am looking at my budget sheet here. I just did a budget with me. So if you're interested in watching that, I'll link that here. But yeah, I just use that as a reference. So first, I'm going to go into my overflow binder, which this I just want to use like if I need to make change or something like that. So I'm going to stuff, I did a 50. And then a 20. 2 10s. And then 2 5s. And I already have, I think I have 21s in here already, so I'm not going to stuff anymore. And while we're here, I actually did find 2 star notes. So I found a $20 and then this really like crappy $1 star note. But that's exciting because this is the first 20 I found. So I'm going to put that in here. I'll put the one in the back. And that is all set. And then I'm going to go into my mini Monday. So for this week, I'm doing a little bit less than normal. So I'm going to do 30. And so I have 1 10, 2 5s, and then 10 1s. And I did already count out the ones because I didn't feel like doing all that on camera. So I have this here. I can take that off. So that is set for mini Monday. And then for my savings Sunday, I'm doing $40, which I have 15 ones here. And then 3 5s and 1 10. And then in the very back is where I keep the money for my randomizer. And I'm doing 40 for that as well. So then here, this is 21s. And then I did 2 5s and 1 10. Now on to my savings. So first, for important dates, I'm actually not marking anything off on here yet, but I'm going to stuff $40 because for Mother's Day, my mom did tell us what she wanted, and I have 60 in here, but I think I'm going to need a little bit more. So I'm going to stuff 40 just so then I'll have 100. So this now has 50, 70, 90, 100. Next, for my 2025 challenge, first I will do the 50 from the $5 I had for my wallet. And then I budgeted 11. So I'll do the 60 and the 50. And so this should now have 75. So 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For my pick 52, I did pick a card. I went ahead and picked all the cards for this month, so I knew what to budget. But I picked the 3 this time, so let me mark that off here first. So we should now have 139. So 1, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. And then for my bank buffer, this is so exciting. I will be able to stuff all the money for this to get to my goal of 500. I do have this tracker in here that I got from Caro Cash. I'm gonna just fill it out later because I don't feel like doing all this on camera. But I am stuffing $370 in here. So I have 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we now have $100 in the bank. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 470, 490, and then 500. I'm really excited about that. And I think that is all in here. Next, for my sinking funds, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and just check off what I've done already. I'm getting confused because I have too much stuff on here, which that's awesome, but it's also like hard to keep up. Okay. So for my sinking funds, the only thing I'm stuffing in here is for miscellaneous, which again, I'll fill this out off camera because I'm gonna go ahead and stuff all $150. And I think I'm just gonna leave, well, I might put this in the bank, but not sure yet. Because it's kind of for just like, sometimes I just want to buy like a subscription or a streaming service or something. So I want to have money for that. For my high priority, first we're going to look at bulk items. And I'm going to stuff 140 in here. I did 1. So this now has 1, 120, 140, 160, 180, 181. And then for this too, I'll just check it all off later. And then for fun, I'm doing 120. And again, for this, I'll just, well, I can go ahead and do this one. Actually, no, I'll just check it off later. So I'm doing 120. And so now this has 100, 150, 170, 180. And then I'm going to medical. I'll finally be able to fully fund this medical envelope for a medical exam I had. So I'm stuffing 70. And so this should now be 145. So 100, 20, 45. I'm skipping all of these and then going to unexpected expenses, which here I just want to be able to use to like make change if I need to, or like if I go over budget. So I'm doing $50 in here, but I did a 20, 10, 3 5s, and then 5 1s. So this should now have 53. So 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, and 53. And then for my last binder here for Archie, first I'm going to stuff 30 into boarding. Where is that? This is a new envelope that I have because sometimes I need to board him like unexpectedly. It's not necessarily for like a vacation or anything. So I want to have that, and I can mark off. Each one of these is 5. I'll just do like a little heart at the top. I'll leave this out for a second. And then the last one in here is for food and treats. And I'm adding 30 to this as well. All right, and this should now have 69. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, and 69. Perfect. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.